Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. The topic that I'll be presenting about today is who should bear the consequences when speech causes harm. So let's begin. So who's responsible when speeches cause harm? Social media today gives everyone a voice, and it's up to that person speaking and also the platform to determine what impact they're going to have on everyone that they're communicating with. So who bears the blame, the platform or the speaker? Well, in this case, in Molly Russell in 2021, she was a teenager from the UK who committed suicide after her feed on Instagram was constantly being flooded with self-harm content. Now, so is it Instagram's fault for having that algorithm made in order to keep feeding that to someone who could potentially cause harm to themselves? Molly Russell's parents came to the agreement that yes, Instagram had indeed been feeding her all that self-harm content. So whose fault is it? Is it the platform or is it the speaker? In this case, Molly Russell was constantly being fed by individuals who were creating self-harm content. However, Instagram and their algorithm decided that those posts should be kept up and kept being fed to Molly Russell, leading to her eventual suicide in 2021. So, who should it be? In this case, and in many others like it, I believe that it is both. It is both the speakers and the platforms for not deeming that content as inappropriate, especially for a young developing mind such as Molly Russell. And as we saw, it led to her death in 2021. In this case, the speaker and the platform both led to harm in Molly Russell's case. So, when does indifference become complicity? So, a hypothetical example could be an individual under the handle Real Patriot. Real Patriot has had enough with the inevitable voter fraud, and they believe that their votes are being stolen. So, Real Patriot takes up under their platform, such as Instagram, Facebook, or many others like it, and decides that they're going to lead a movement to storm the courthouse, their local courthouse. In this case, would it be Real Patriot's fault for leading others to incite such an event, or would it be the platforms such as Instagram or Facebook and their cause for causing up such a ruckus and leading to potential violence? A similar case is the real event that took place on January 6th at the White House. This was a Facebook group, and they eventually led such a great event. This event had been known for weeks at this time, and Facebook did nothing to weed out that event, and as such, it is both the platform's and the speaker's fault. Facebook had been complicit in that they didn't lead to any change at all. They didn't take down this group, they didn't stop anything before it actually happened. So their negligence and their complicity led to them being a co-conspirator in this event. So in the end, I believe that the platform has a role to play, and they must be the ones to create change on their platforms. In being complicit, they become a co-conspirator in this. And in events such as Molly Russell and the January 6th riot, it is also the platform's responsibility to create a stop to these events. We must change the way that we see social media, and we must hold these platforms accountable to what gets out on their platform. Thank you so much for joining me.